Lorde's new album Virgin is like musical catharsis. New Zealand star Lorde has returned with a brand new album, her first one since 2021's Solar Power, a record that was definitely polarizing when it released 4 years ago. Personally, I enjoyed the album, but it didn't quite hit as hard to me as her previous album Melodrama, which is absolutely fantastic. Still, one slightly less good but still good album from an artist who's consistently put out great music wasn't going to be nearly enough for me to write her off entirely, so I was definitely really excited when I heard that Lorde was getting a new album ready. Now the album is finally here, and if you were someone who was disappointed by Solar Power, well, I'm happy to report that album was just a very tiny bump in the road, because this one is awesome. Compared to the lighter and more laid-back styles of Solar Power, this record moves into a much darker and more emotionally raw direction, feeling like it's closer to the alternative pop styles of her first two albums. Just on the sonic elements alone, I would say that this is Lorde's most visceral album to date, and even though the album is only 34 minutes, it leaves a startling impact long after its runtime concludes. Lorde, of course, still sounds as good as ever vocally, and adding to that visceral feeling of the production, this, I have to say, is probably Lorde's most stellar and raw songwriting to date. This is a much different Lorde than the one that we previously got to know on records like Pure Heroine and Melodrama. This is a grown-up Lorde who is carrying a lot of weight on her shoulders that she unleashes in a massive way throughout the entire album. There are themes of love, lust, heartbreak, body dysmorphia, and even gender identity and familial trauma running around all throughout this album, and it makes for what I think is Lorde's most introspective and heart-wrenching project to date. Lorde has never been afraid to make the album that she wants to make and not the record that everyone expects her to make, but this one feels a little more special in a way. It feels like a great example of musical catharsis, and I applaud Lorde's bravery in discussing the things that she discusses throughout this album and being so willing to share this with all of us, because it really is a beautiful record. On my rating scale, Lorde's new album Virgin is definitely going to get an excellent from me. Great to see Lorde come back after some time away, and even greater to see her artistry continue to grow. Definitely give this record a spin if you haven't already.